Everybody, welcome to the AFK podcast, episode 34. This is being recorded from a shithole, but it's our shithole, so we like it.
Aww,
Um,
sentimental words. I'm sure there is no
Yeah.
deeper meaning to
no
them.
deeper
Well,
meaning behind that
76 is a good game.
whatsoever. Very big episode, very busy week. We've had CinemaCon
Yes.
on April Fool's Day, which was the weirdest time
Mhm.
to have CinemaCon, and then
Yep.
we had the Switch 2 reveal the day after that, which
And then
it was the
later-
most up and down hype levels we've ever seen for a
It was
a
hype
console
during the
like that.
live event,
Mm.
and then everything fell to shit from there.
Yeah.
But thankfully, we ended the week off with the best cinematic experience the world could offer.
Yes.
But we'll get into
Minecraft
that
movie.
Before we do, Twitch. We have a Twitch.
Mhm.
Back to streaming on Hogwarts
Occasionally,
Legacy.
we remember the login.
Yes. We've
Oh,
not been
yeah.
streaming Hogwarts Legacy just because, well, one, we streamed on Wednesday instead for the Switch 2 stuff, and two, I just haven't really wanted to play the game. I would like to, but I just haven't had that need to jump right back in. But we will be playing. Streaming Silent Hill 2 remake. Harry lent me it, so that'd be fun to play through. I'll be shitting my pants, and everyone can look at me. So yeah, that's it. Anyway,
Lovely.
Don't
a
remember the
Minecraft
origin.
movie review.
Oh my god, it was so
The
good.
most
Hell yeah,
split.
honestly.
But
Yeah, us three have like a big argument. Hell yeah.
it's the most split
About it.
thing we've all reviewed together, I would say,
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
because
I really enjoyed it.
I enjoy it. It was a very, very fun movie and a really, really good cinema atmosphere.
I will say, ow, sorry, I just grab some. So the whole cinema stuff, I think it's fun to watch people cheer and get excited, but they should not be trashing the place. If they're getting kicked out
yeah,
for
no.
trashing the place,
Cinemas
good.
that
They
Oh yeah,
should be.
definitely.
We're doing
agree with
that
that.
is
Definitely
absolutely
agree with
horrendous.
Because our cinema screen was absolutely abysmal with the amount of popcorn
It
all
was.
behind it. But
I don't even think people were throwing stuff as well. I just think there was just
Just-
like.
I think they were just
dumb
messy.
stuff everywhere. So
Yeah.
poor Harry,
I mean,
who
I'm
works there, to
assuming
clean
that's
it up.
because that's probably what we get for like the largest screen though.
Yeah, but the poor cinema workers have to clean up after it's
Mhm.
just
Yeah.
it's not fair on them. I
Poor
mean,
Harry,
yeah.
man.
yeah, the cheering is fine, it's funny, but
Yeah.
just messing the place up is just no.
It was
Yeah,
so
that's
funny everyone
ridiculous.
clapping at the end of the movie.
Did people clap at the end?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Everyone was clapping at the end. I was clapping at the end, man. What absolute peak cinema.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't a good movie by any means, but it was like a really,
Oh,
really
no.
fun and enjoyable movie.
But it was enjoyable. I feel.
Yeah. I wasn't
I still
watching it
enjoyed
to
it.
be a good movie. I was just here
No.
for a movie that reminds me of a game I've played since I was young, with Jack Black in it saying all the items in a stupid voice, with a bunch of other dumb shit.
Exactly.
Mhm.
The Nether.
Exactly. I came in expecting that. I got what I expected, and a bit more. Oh, Matt Berry voice in the Villager, man.
So
Exactly.
I was gonna say let's talk about like stuff like the story of the character, but there was no fucking story. There was no characters.
I think the only character which really had some
The
story
best
was Jason
characters
Momoa.
was Jason Momoa and Jack Black. Like.
Yeah.
They give the best performances,
Weird.
and their chemistry is pretty good. I mean,
Absolutely.
yeah, it's just
It was really fun to watch, especially the Elytra escape sequence.
that was definitely the best scene in the entire film. Was the Elytra scene.
Hmm.
I mean, it looked like fucking shit, but it was
But still.
funny when they 69'd each
Mm.
other. It
Exactly.
it was the most like in one ear out the other film I've seen. I went in. I even said this before. I was like, I'm hoping for a fun bad film. My expectations are on the literal floor, and it's just kind of boring and ugly and not very well written and not funny.
I mean,
was
if your
expecting
expectations
it to
were
be
well written,
funny.
then you've gone against your expectations.
I was expecting it to be funny, and it just wasn't funny. Like on a comedic funny level, but no, comedically written, I guess. But it just wasn't.
No,
funny to me.
it definitely wasn't a comedy, but it was still funny.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, I
Like,
And I think just the excuse of like, oh well, it's not meant to be
What
taken
it was.
seriously, but like, it just feels like you kind of use it as a cop out to say, it's like it still wasn't funny. I think there is the cool scene, the best scenes was the little Technoblade bit,
Yeah,
which
that was a very nice scene.
That
the
was a very
kid who
nice
played Henry
tribute.
was like, "Oh, can we put this in some way?" I think this would be a really nice way to
Yeah,
honor
that's a really
Technoblade.
nice.
The 69 scene, and then the Matt Berry villagers scene at the end
Getting hit by a Jeep Grand Cherokee.
with just because I like Matt Berry because he's the goat and I love his voice. But yeah, I was hoping for a fun bad movie and it just wasn't really fun. It was just kind of bad. It's boring. So
Thankfully, majority of us did have fun, so it was not a wasted trip. And we got the Minecraft
Exactly.
meal.
Oh, we did get the
I've got
Minecraft
I've
meal
got my
as well.
burger sat on my desk right here.
mine's in my coat pocket, I believe. I got the Grimace
I got
egg.
mine a week before. I got the fucking potion.
I got the
That's not
Grimace
a bad
egg.
one. That's a good one.
Not a bad one. It's a good one, but it's not very interesting.
Yeah.
What
You
was the...
say that like I've not got a block.
Yeah, isn't a
I
burger
have a
just a
block of
block that
paper
just
wrapped
looks like a
around it.
burger?
Yeah, the burger is just a block actually. That's not
Thankfully, the
good.
skin is really nice. It's
Oh.
one of the nicer skins of the lot. I
Mhm.
redeemed them
enough.
on Minecraft. And I also got the potion one because Callum gave me his duplicate.
Mm.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Microsoft email got activated for the first time in a millennia.
Yeah, let's just... Yes. What would you guys give it out of 10? Genuine score.
10.
As a
Oh,
genuine
A
movie,
genuine score. Not a 10 out of 10 because
genuine
it's
score.
funny movie.
probably
As a
just like a
genuine
5.
score.
Because
I
I
give it.
found it a
I
really
give it a
fun experience.
4.
It just wasn't
Oh, wait. I would also give it a
a good
4.
film.
Oh, so we'd all give it the same score level then.
Yeah, like if I'm going in and looking at it as an actual film, I'll give it a 4. But like I still
Okay.
enjoyed it, so I've given it 5 stars on Letterboxd, and I'd say it's a 10 out of 10 film.
Oh, I've just kind of split it
But
into
still,
enjoyment and actual quality, like half and half, and then combine them.
Mhm.
no, I just
Yeah,
have
that's
two
probably
different
something like
rankings.
that. That's fair.
Best way to do it.
Yeah. Just
Anyway, Nathan, believe you
alright.
have something very
More School
important
of
to
Rock
talk
instead.
about. Okay.
Yeah, that's our Minecraft movie review.
Hmm.
The average rating is a 4, I guess. Yes, next thing is the more important thing and the biggest thing that's happened in the gaming scene since, well, I think the only thing that can top it this year is if GA6 does actually release. It is the Switch 2 reveal. We got a direct on
That was a
the
very wrong statement because Silksong
second.
releases this year as well.
Swilk songs,
I mean,
Swilk
yeah, Silk's gonna
song.
be pretty big, but it's
It will be
GJ6.
very
It'll be
big.
it'll be very big, but I still
This is
think
like the only
GJ6
game
will
I
still be
can
bigger.
think which like rivals
Um,
GTA 6 in like that
but
delusion.
Um, yeah, we got the direct. Some of the games that they revealed, I have a list here. So they started off the direct with looking at a proper look at Mario Kart World, which looks amazing. It's
I think it
quickly
looks
Really
pretty
become
good.
good.
my most anticipated game this year. They're adding.
Of course, there
Yeah.
is something which
Um, we'll get into
I
that
have
stuff
lost
after
anticipation for.
the direct.
Hmm
So we saw all these new characters. We're getting like fucking Goombas, the spiky cactus things, Monty Mole, the if you were a Mario character, you're in this game. Like the cow
We didn't
from
think of
Moo
any
Moo
characters.
Meadows.
We forgot that we had 24 players. We need
Like,
characters. Grab any asset you can.
so
Exactly.
lots of characters. It's open world, which was a theory from a while, and so there's like free roam. There's like a new kind of battle royale. Not really, but I
I'd
guess
say
it,
it's
yeah, it
more
is.
like a Fall Guys system.
Yeah. So where if you don't place a
Yeah.
certain placement in a race, then you don't move on to the next one,
It's
which
essentially first
pretty
come,
fun.
first serve with
Yeah,
like a player limit.
and you can like drive to the tracks now, and that counts as a race, which I think is a really cool idea.
Hmm
I think everything about this looks good. I like how kind of more animated the carts look. They kind of move
Yeah.
more,
Hmm.
less realistic, which I like
Not to
because it's a
mention, they
cartoon
gave
game.
them Titanfall movement.
And you can now drive on walls. You can
Yeah,
rail
you can wall
grind.
drive.
It looks awesome. I'm
It
really
does
excited
look
for it.
really like a fun
Yeah.
open world driving game, to be fair.
So at least now Forza
On top of
Motorsport,
everything.
no, Horizon, sorry, has a competitor in some way. But yeah, looks amazing, and I'm really excited to play it on Saturday. So
hmm
that'll be fun. We then got to look at
Okay, not fun.
Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour. This is the
Mm.
Lovely.
paid tech demo, which is literally just a manual, and it looks really
Zero
boring.
sales.
No one's buying this. I think it's
Zero
like a
sales.
tenner, but still no one's buying this. Yeah, it's just a paid tech demo basically. I don't know
Mhm.
why you don't take what Astrobot did with Astro's Playroom and make a game like that. But I guess Nintendo be
So
Nintendo,
that would be a
so
good decision, and we will get
exactly.
on to the rest of the bad decisions that they made
Hmm.
again. Well, in a
We're
moment.
then going to look at. So obviously there was the whole game chat was also announced before Switch 2
Mhm.
Welcome Tour,
Yeah, I
which
think we discussed that last week, didn't we? Or was it?
no, we
I thought
we've
we
not, I
discussed
don't think we
at
did.
some point. Or was it
This
just
might have been
genuinely
just
us
us
in
discussing.
Congo?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can never tell
Um,
at this point.
but it shows off their game chat feature, which looks kind of not great. It looks kind of bad.
It looks very
It's
bad.
just their own
I'll
version of
say it
Discord. It
straight.
does look pretty bad.
It is just a lesser Discord. That is literally it.
But I think I was
They
sorry, Aliyah.
I mean, I just want to get into the worst feature, which is the share screen.
Yeah.
10 FPS on unfocused, I can understand. But 10 FPS on focus mode, really?
Mm-hmm. Focus by meaning because you didn't see the direct, it makes it the bigger screen.
Yeah,
So,
no. Focus mode is when you full screen
but
something to
I
fully
think
focus on
I was
it.
talking to some people about this on a Discord server, and they were like, "Oh yeah, I like the idea of the whole casting thing or game share or screen share, sorry, because it means that my daughter can now play with her friends a lot easier. They can like share each other screens. They can all like watch each other play. So I
Yeah, from an
think it's
accessibility
something that
standpoint, it's nice.
is not. I don't think it's made for us per se. I think
No,
it's definitely made for casual
little
people because
children.
we have Discord. Like we just use that. It's fine.
Yeah.
I think it's
It's
something
just
that's
a
not really targeted
shame.
towards us. I would probably look. It looked better, and
Yeah.
it was not a £50 camera attached to it, but obviously you can just buy your own camera. They said so.
Mhm.
One of the best. Speaking about cameras, we got the announcement of 6 Nintendo Switch 2 versions of games. The first one was Super Mario Party Jamboree Nintendo Switch 2 edition, which has Jamboree TV, where
Yeah, new content, yeah.
yes, where the
Yeah.
camera scans you and like cuts you out basically, and you play the mini games, kind of like the
God,
Kinect
I cannot
back
wait to
then
see
on the
this be one of
360.
the buggiest
They
fucking
showed it at the Treehouse Live.
systems.
It does look very fun to play. They will have it at the experience on Saturday.
Hmm.
So it looks
I am
it looks
interested
really
to see
funny.
that.
I think it's gonna be pretty fun to play if it does work,
Yeah.
which I think it will, because
I'm assuming there'll be like
if it
groups
does.
we can do it, so hopefully we'll get to do it together.
Yeah, I was watching IGN's and they had there was two of them went and they played with like two Nintendo staff as well. But I don't know if
Yeah.
that was just IGN. We also got the
Hmm.
reveal of Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, Kirby and the Forgotten Land, which also gets a DLC, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, and Pokemon Legends ZA getting Switch 2 editions. This means that Legends ZA will be the first Pokemon game since Pokemon Emerald to run at 60. It has really been
A long, long
22
time.
years, I want to say. I don't remember when Pokemon Emerald came out exactly. I think it was before the mid 2000s. So, yeah. 2004. So, yeah, about
Hmm.
over 20 years, which is insane that it's taken this long for them to hit it again. But Metroid Prime 4, I believe it's docked. Performance mode, 120 frames, which is pretty fucking cool. So, not even the Xbox can run that with a Starfield and stuff. So,
Hmm.
Xbox goated.
no.
Not very
Hmm.
at the
But
minute.
Metroid Prime 4 also has like mouse controls, which um, yeah. I mean, we'll get into the reason why these are not the best things later on. We talk about pricing.
Hmm.
We also saw a new game, Dragon Drive. It, yep, it's just a basketball game where you're in wheelchairs. Nothing really that special to it. Just kind of there. Third-party lineups. We got games like Elden Ring, which I
That
don't
was a big
know,
shocker.
which comes with Erdtree with it. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's out in the
Um, Hades
yeah,
2.
what's it called? Edition?
Yeah,
Tarnished
Tarnished Edition is
edition.
called. Hades 2, Street Fighter 6, Years 1 and 2 Fire Edition, Daemon X Machina, Titanic Psychon, Split Fiction's going to Switch 2, Hogwarts Legacy is
Hmm.
getting a remaster,
Oh yeah.
or a buff up, Tony Hawk's Pro
Hmm.
Skater 3 and 4 remaster, Hitman World Fascinations, Project 007, which is from the same team as Hitman, Bravely Default Flying Fairy, Yakuza 0, Director's Cut, which adds a bit of new cutscenes, I think. So that's like the third party lineup was. So starting with Elden Ring is very good.
Oh, wait,
Like,
do you mention a certain one
uh,
that I'd be most interested
it
in?
might
Because I
it,
don't think I
that's in
heard
the
it.
next kind of selection of
Okay, right.
third party games. Because then we got also a sequel to Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity with Age of Imprisonment. which, sure, not my kind of thing. GameCube games are coming to the Switch too, like Wind Waker, Soul Calibur 2, the one with Link, F-Zero GX, Mario Sunshine, Fire Emblem, Path of Radiance, Pokemon XD Gales of Darkness, Super Mario Strikers, Chibi Robo, Luigi's Mansion, and Pokemon Colosseum. Pokemon Colosseum, Gale of Darkness, Fire Emblem, and F-Zero, those are all £100+ games. So this being on Switch 2, and Chibi Robo, slashing those prices, which is great. We got Deltarune Chapters 3 and 4 were revealed, which I think people. How long have people been waiting for them? Like, good few
Quite a
years
while.
now.
I can't tell you exactly how long, but quite a while. Last time I spoke about Deltarune would have been in like year 8. I'm in uni now.
Yeah.
Chicken
Borderlands 4
jockey.
is coming. Civilization 7, Survival Kids, Enter the Gungeon 2, which let's play the first one. I've heard the first one's pretty good.
Yeah, I hear good things about it.
Star Seeker Astroneer's Expeditions, which is a
sequel to
Astroneer game,
Astroneer.
which I believe you played, Isaac.
Yeah, Isaac and
Astroneer.
Harry played Astroneer.
Astroneer, very good.
Star
Good game.
Seeker Astroneer Expeditions
yeah.
coming, which is a sequel.
Hooray!
The next one, they switched to's graphical showcase game, Cyberpunk 2077 Ultimate Edition.
Caught a lot of us incredibly off
This
guard.
includes the DLC, so very excited to see this. Final Fantasy VII Remake integrated the PS5 version, so excited to see what that runs like. And then we got a scissor reel, which is loads of quick games like Kunitsu Gami Path of the Goddess, Hollow Knight Silk Song, Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar, Goodnight Universe, Two Point Museum, Wild Hearts, Witchbrook, Puyo Puyo Tetris 2S, Rune Factory Guardians of Azuma, Marvel Cosmic Invasion, Star Wars Outlaws, Nobunaga's Ambition Awakening Complete Edition, Fast Fusion, Shadow Labyrinth, Ride Out Remastered, The Mystery of the Soulless Army, No Sleep for Kanaim, Date from AI, The Somnium Files, Reanimal, Fortnite, Ridge Racer, Arcade Archives 2, Ridge Racer, Professor Layton and the New World of Steam, Tamagotchi Plaza for Nintendo Switch 2 Edition, Human Fall Flat 2. Obviously, there was a little game in here that kind of snuck in there for like 2 seconds called a Silk Song.
The internet kind of freaked out.
Getting a release date
6 seconds
for this year.
Not a release date, but we're just confirmation that it does come out this year.
So yeah. Wow. Just kind of went, yep, here's Silk Song. My theory is just because Game Pass, it comes to Game Pass day one, so Xbox is marketing rights for this game. So that's probably why they kind of just was like, Silk Song. It was like a jump scare, weird, but it's cool that it's still here and it's still a real game.
Silk Song.
Yeah, everyone had kind of been waiting, and then it just suddenly gets confirmed out of nowhere.
And then Reanimal coming out this year, which we didn't think about.
Because
the guy said like, oh yeah, come back later for some news or something over the next. I don't know what he said. When they show us like gameplay of Reanimal, so that's pretty cool. We're all pretty excited for that game.
Yeah,
and
definitely. I enjoyed Little Nightmares 1 and 2, so.
And Human Fall Flat 2. It's pretty cool. It's coming out.
Yeah.
I did not know that was coming out. So. And then
I think one of the big shockers there is definitely like Cyberpunk on the Switch.
Oh yeah, Cyberpunk. That's insane.
And with DLC.
We'll get into the
not
specifics.
even like last gen has that. So the fact the Switch 2 has that, which I fully theorize is just the storage and like transfer data technology.
So yeah, and then they give us one more third-party release published by Nintendo. It's from this little team. They're a little small indie company called From Software. They're making a Souls game, The Duskbloods, exclusive for Nintendo Switch 2. It's an online multiplayer PvPvE game where players vie for supremacy among themselves and against challenging foes. So it looks very good from what we've seen. It comes out next year, so it's still got a while for it to come out. But a Nintendo exclusive FromSoft game. That's no one had this on their bingo card. Like,
yep.
It just makes me wonder if Xbox is going to try and do the same thing. Because Xbox must look at this now and go, shit, we need FromSoft to like give us something. So yeah, I think Nintendo getting in bed with From Software, very good move. You're gonna get a lot of hardcore people with that one, because FromSoft fans are very, very persistent, I guess, and
addicted.
Addicted. Yeah. So they'll play fucking anything.
Masochists.
Yeah. Then we've got two more announcements. Kirby Air Riders, the sequel to Kirby Air Ride, which is being directed by Sakurai, the goat
Mhm.
himself, which is very cool. I believe he also,
Mm-hmm.
directed the first game, which was back in 2003. So that's nice. He's kind of returning after all these years to Kirby. And then the game which shocked a lot of people, Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Silksong.
No.
Oh.
Donkey Kong, everyone thought this was. Everyone was like, surefire. It's a 3D Mario game. Of course it is. But
I
no,
was convinced it was Smash Bros.
it's DK. I think Smash, just because Sakurai was working on something else, I was like, why? I didn't think we'd get Smash. But this one, I was hoping we were going to see some kind of Donkey Kong thing. I was not. I put it in no though, because I thought we won't see anything Donkey Kong.
Yeah, a lot of things that got announced we put in no.
Like Kirby, we
Like
put in no.
we were really bad. Watch the start of
We were
Maple
wrong on that
Stream.
one.
Mm.
Yeah, I think this is awesome. DK's coming back. It's been. Oh, I think Donkey Kong Country. We haven't had a new one in. This is the Wii U. So that was over 10 years. I know this
Yeah.
is clearly made by the Super Mario Odyssey team, and it's got like destruction physics in there. It looks really good from what we've seen, and I'm really excited for it. So that comes out July 17th, and we also got the release date of the console, which is June 5th. Very nice.
Though
Very nice.
And then it
pre-order
all
dates are a bit
went
varied.
to hell. This is the story of how Nintendo Switch 2 died. The prices came out. We're only going to talk about the British prices because it's what we use. So the console itself, I think, is fairly priced.
Yeah,
here.
no, I'd say that's well priced.
396 for just the Switch 2. Oh, it's obviously going to be more than the base. There's a lot of improvements from what we've seen with the mouse controls and stuff, and just kind of like the overall size and power of the console, with it having 256 gigabytes of storage, I believe, up from 32, which is like holy fucking shit.
That's the minimum. Not to mention NVIDIA graphical hardware.
And that the DLSS it will have and HDR, I think they said.
We don't know which HDR spot is the monitor.
Okay. I don't know what else it has. Was it HDR they said? No, it must have not been that then. Yeah, I know DLSS they said they're gonna implement.
Yeah. Don't know what model, so that'll be interesting to see. I'd say I'll be asking a lot of questions when we go down to London.
Yeah. And then for the Mario Kart World Bundle, it is £430. So you get the game pre-installed on your system. Now, that's all well and fine. Let's look at the game prices.
Yeah, let's go to the absolute.
Let's start off with Donkey Kong Bonanza. Let's start off light. Digital game, £59. Okay, 60 quid, fair enough. The physical version, £67. It's like, okay, don't know why it's almost £10 more, but almost 70 quid makes sense. Games are sadly moving towards that £70 price size, which was something that was always coming. We just, yeah. Then we get a little game called Mario Kart World. Digital price, £67. Okay, again, £70. Makes sense. Physical, 75. What?
Ridiculous.
This does not make sense. Why this game is almost £80 here. I know it's like 80 in America, and in some places in Europe, I think it's 90. I think in Australia, it's like 120, or that might be Canada. Through a conversion. But yeah, it's insane, the price of this game, and I don't know why. No one knows why, other than greed. So, yeah. Thoughts on Mario Kart World being 75 physically?
Very expensive. I probably won't be getting it anyway, but still.
I was like somewhat considering getting the console and the games, but that's kind of really put me off for a long time.
Yeah, same.
Just because I don't.
I saw something saying that rather than that, you could just get Minecraft, Terraria, and Stardew and be set for like months. And I was like, yeah, that's fair.
But
I don't think that Minecraft, Terraria, and Stardew's.
I think
that'd
that's
be like
just
half the price, bro. Like less than half.
Like
you can buy it
I think like if I'm highballing it, like still.
I think it's just because this game looks really good, and it's still gonna sell well, because it's Mario Kart. My hope is that actually, I'll describe where I think the price is doing this. This is not me defending it. I'm just gonna try and think why Nintendo was trying to do this. So it also came out that
Money.
Switch 2 game cartridges do not have games on them. They're just the game key. They're the key, basically, for you to rent this game. So my thought process is that because Nintendo is thinking, okay, we're making these physical boxes, the game cartridge and the box art, that's costing us money. So why don't we put a physical tax on it, that I'm calling it, for the games to make people not buy that version, so we're not wasting money on something that is basically pointless. That is my thought process for this. It's a physical tax to try and get people to not buy that version, just so then they can save more money on not making physical games if the game
That
doesn't
makes sense.
basically come on the cartridge anymore. Unless it's Cyberpunk, which does come on the cartridge, which we'll get to in a minute. So that's my theory, my game theory for this. Yeah, it's insane. Well, this game is £75. I mean, I'm still getting one, but like, it was a birthday present, so. But yeah, yeesh,
Fuel in the
not the
flames of
best.
disaster.
Yeah, there's one else stuff like micro SD cards. Only micro SD Express cards work, which are 50 quid each, which expensive.
Lovely.
The Switch 2 camera is 50 quid, and then the two, which are not that surprising to me, is the Switch 2 Pro controller being 75 and the Joy-Cons being 75. Joy-Cons and Pro controllers, they were all quite expensive. So, but yeah, it's the games which are the big talking point.
Yeah.
And yeah, not great, especially in America, which I don't know if I've mentioned this before. Obviously, we've got tariffs from Mr. Trump himself. So the console is $500. We're talking about this. If you're buying a Switch 2, you kind of have to buy the Mario Kart bundle. It's the best deal. You get the game like £30 cheaper. So so yeah, the Switch $500 with Mario Kart. With the tariffs, they've cancelled pre-orders, meaning so the tariffs could go up by 50% for Japan, I believe it is, which means that the Switch 2 could be $750 by once they've calculated all the tariffs and stuff, which is insane.
A lot.
I don't know, like I think something like that. Like, I don't know, like what? That's just Trump, really. That's his fault.
Yeah.
But I mean, maybe Nintendo can do something. I don't know, to like even out the price to make it fair. I don't know.
I've
Not the
got
best
little
thing.
hope.
I don't know. I have
Probably won't.
My hope is that, like the 3DS, this console does not do as well as they hope. So then they look at it again and think, right, we got to decrease the price. The 3DS went from 250 to 170, and then it sold pretty well. It didn't do amazing like the DS did, but it still did pretty well, I'd say. That's my hope for this thing. And
yeah. Well, if I had a nickel for every time we talked about a console launch and
Satoru
expensive
Iwata,
prices,
where are you? We need you
I
back.
have 2 nickels on the podcast.
We need Iwata and Reggie back. They need that.
Yeah.
But yeah. So there's not the best news. We also got some news about Cyberpunk, which is so that yeah, the game is 70 quid, which means that it comes involved. So obviously that's the game and the DLC. So it runs at 50%, 40 frames per second. Sorry, performance mode while docked, and then the physical release, 64 gig comes on the card. No download required. That is music to my ears. It means you just plug in the game cart and then you play it, and it's like, oh my god, that's so nice.
Haven't seen that in a long time.
They would have guessed Cyberpunk has the better launch than Nintendo. Well, yeah.
The redemption arc, hopefully.
Yeah. It's not the best. If you want to know Switch 2 launch titles, I do have a list of these. Actually, talk about Switch 2 versions. So, I don't think we have the official pricing yet, but it looks like they're £10 upgrades. Because Tears of the Kingdom went from 70 to 80. So, £10 upgrades.
It's stupid you have to pay to upgrade games for such
yeah.
small like things. Like you say it yourself, you're simply fine with like how it runs at the minute. Like the increase like in frame rate and like resolution will be nice.
It's very noticeable that there's clearly an upgrade with Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, which looks amazing. I just
But does it
I just
warrant a
no. I
paid
wouldn't wanted to
upgrade
pay for
and
more
for a
frames.
mobile app
And a
and
mobile app
more
that I'm
frames?
never going to use because it just seems kind of pointless. I mean, sure, I guess it's nice for Koroxys, but still, why would I want to use that?
Yeah,
So
just use a
they do all
online one.
come onto Nintendo Switch 2, Nintendo Switch Online plus expansion pass, which I
Hmm.
guess is it's nicer that it's on there. I think that's a pretty good deal in my opinion. It's like 60 quid a year for the library of the NES, SNES, N64, Game Boy Advance, and Sega, and they get the online mode, which I think is a pretty good deal. And then I don't know if this is going to up the price probably, considering uh, Nintendo Switch 2 versions of games on here, but not the best. Yeah, the console will launch with games Arcade Archives 2, Ridge Racer, Bravely Default Flying Fairy HD, Civ 7, Cyberpunk, Deltarune, Fast Fusion, Fortnite, Kinutsugami, Hitman, Hogwarts Legacy, Mario Kart, Switch 2 Welcome Tour, Ambition Awakening, I'm not reading off that again, Puyo Puyo Tetris, Rune Factory, Guardians of Azuma, Street Fighter 6, Survival Kids, Split Fiction, Breath of the Wild, and Tears of the Kingdom Switch 2 editions, and then Yakuza 0, which is not a bad lineup. It's just that these games will
Okay.
be very expensive, which
Hmm.
is the
I'm
biggest issue with
hoping
this
that
console.
Cyberpunk will go on sale as much as it does on like other platforms.
Yeah, they really need to start doing sales again
Yeah,
because
just look
it's
at the success
insane.
of Steam.
Mm,
Like, bro, that platform is like the king of sales, and it does so incredibly well.
yeah,
The
it's
only
just
problem is
sad.
though is just the sales are how they make up for making losses on the like hardware and stuff.
Mm,
But so far, I've not seen anything which I can say that justifies them making up the losses because I don't know if they are making that fundamental of losses.
mm,
So yeah, very difficult to say whether that's justified just yet or not, but it's still ridiculous that
yeah,
a
depending on.
hobby ends up costing this much.
Oh, yeah. It's not the best. It's just sad
Yeah, we're in shambles
because
at the
I'm really
minute.
excited for this console. I still am because it really is just like a massive stain on the Switch 2. And it's not even out yet, which is even why this dude hasn't even had time to shine, and he's already almost. He's not at death's door yet, but he's been put in the cart to death's door. So
Yeah.
will this be another Wii U situation? It looks like it might be. I really hope it's not, but I guess we'll have to see
Hmm.
because clearly the people at Nintendo, Iwata, Reggie, the ones that kind of like Reggie is the reason the Wii Sports came with the Nintendo Wii. So he would have probably fought for Switch 2 Welcome Tour to be on Switch 2, but no, it's not. It's a £10 thing that no one will buy. But it's a anyway. What do we have now?
Hmm.
Uh,
I don't know.
we have a lot of kind of. Well, we'll just keep with the game stuff. We have Daniel. You have a possible
Hmm.
Cyberpunk DLC.
Yep. Okay. So a fiscal financial year report recently came out, or like what they're aiming for at CDPR. And this year is looking like it is aiming for more ambitious than the year 2023. For those of you who aren't aware, 2023 was the year that Phantom Liberty launched. Probably one of the most
Interesting.
successful dates in
Mm-hmm.
all of like the cyberpunk lifetime. Because it was a massive success, lots of sales and pre-orders and whatnot, highly acclaimed,
Mm-hmm.
and yet they're aiming for higher. And a lot of people are theorizing that, of course, there is the stuff like the Switch 2 launch and the anime. However, the anime's still not got a release date yet, and apparently it's only just started production. So that's more likely 2026.
Mm-hmm.
And the Switch version, sure, it'll sell a bit, but I don't think it will reach the goals that they've set. So that leads a lot of people to believe of a possible DLC expansion. Obviously, there's theories of what it could be. Like, could it be the cancelled casino in space? Was it Diamond? No, I can't remember what it was called. But or a more popular one is setting up Project Orion,
Mm-hmm.
kind of putting the steps in place to transfer onto that title. Both of which I'm incredibly interested in. I'm always interested in more DLC for this game. It's an incredible game that I've spent a lot of time on,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that would be a really, really good idea. And some more evidence that kind of supports it, though I can't be completely sure, is that on March 27th, CDPR's Cyberpunk social page posted a birthday post showcasing a lot of anniversaries and character birthdays.
Mm-hmm.
And 6 at the bottom were encrypted,
Hmm.
potentially leading to brand new characters. Obviously, there are some characters which aren't listed here, like Takemura's one that I noticed immediately. There's no Arasaka's either, and a few other characters. But I think that this could very well be alluding to some new characters, either for the anime possibly, but with this ambitious goal of finance, I think it could very well be some new characters for a DLC.
Oh shit. Oh sorry. Sorry. There's some breaking news. News from 2 minutes ago about the Minecraft movie, guys.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
So we obviously this literally just posted from IGN. Minecraft movie shattered box office records with $157 million domestic and $301 million globally, the biggest debut ever for a video game movie adaptation. So
Hmm.
no surprises if he's doing well. It's almost like it's based on the best-selling game of all time. Yeah, just wanted to
Eh,
I just saw that. And then some stuff about Switch 2 sold out in minutes across different retail stores in the UK. So guess it's not doing the West. Yeah.
yeah.
guess
Um.
not.
Of course it was gonna do. It's a
Yeah.
Minecraft movie. Like one of my mates has literally just messaged me saying they got back from watching it and it was so bad it was hilarious.
Mm.
But yeah.
But yeah. So
Couldn't
the final thing for oh no, yeah, we're good in this order. So Isaac, you have some stuff. You have Emma Frost going to Marvel Rivals. Is she
Oh
the only
yeah, Emma
character announced?
Frost. Yeah. So for now, yeah.
thought
I
another
think
one was
Ultron
announced.
is coming
Yeah,
later this
Ultron.
season. I think
Swear
Ultron's later this season.
I've seen a bunch of stuff
Um,
for Ultron online.
but yeah, I've not played her, but I've seen her whole kit. She looks like a very good tank.
Hmm.
Um, and I will definitely play her. I
Mm-hmm.
don't think she's out just yet. I think it's soon, but I don't know. Maybe she is
Well,
out. Actually, I think she is.
I
I don't
think
know.
a certain
I'm losing my
aspect of
mind.
this character will definitely bring more people to
Thighs,
playing the
Oh
tank
yeah,
role. No, they're not
but
thighs, bro. Not just thighs, it's the entire body.
tits.
They gave the entire body
yeah. To
jiggles
be
to this,
fair,
bro.
Yeah,
but
good in the game.
not only this, but there's more team ups in the game. Captain America and Bucky now have one.
They didn't have one.
Doctor
Finally.
Strange and Wanda have one.
Mhm.
And there's a few more, but
Do we have an Avengers
who
team up
cares?
finally?
No, I don't think so.
God damn.
I why am I not? Why do I think they had a team up? Captain America and Bucky. That's
They did
weird.
not know.
They didn't. So
Bucky's
maybe
was
then
with Rocket, and I think there was another one. Just trying
Punisher,
to
I
remember.
think. Oh no, wait.
Did they?
No, that was with the Rocket. They both
Yeah,
got
that was
the
a
ammo
rocket.
bonus.
I don't know. Like, it don't
Yeah,
matter anyway.
I've not played in a long time.
Comes out April
But yeah,
11th.
definitely
So,
will play. So that's all good.
Hmm.
Then
listen,
something very important for a game I really love
Yep.
is Fallout 76 is testing fishing. Now you guys know me and you guys know how much I love
Okay.
fishing. So for me, this is combining one of my favorite games with fishing.
Dear
I
God.
hate you, Nathan. So
Wow,
that'll be
a
fun.
feature that was in a game from 2011. They've
Wow,
just put it now.
wow, wow,
It's
wow,
almost like
wow,
Bethesda is shit at making games.
wow. It's almost like you need to shut up. And actually, some sad news today to end off the gaming section. Is this ending off the gaming section?
Yes, I believe it is. Let me double check.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes, sadly.
Some sad news to end off the gaming section. The Cult of the Lamb original soundtrack composer has passed away. I'm probably going to butcher their name, but Narayana Johnson. Don't know if I've butchered that.
That sounds right.
But they also go by the name Riverboy. And I really like the Cult of the Lamb soundtrack. Cult of the Lamb is one of my favorite indie games, and the soundtrack is great. So it's a shame to see they've passed away. I don't know what this means for the future of Cult of the Lamb, um, but you know, massive props to them because the music in that game is great. And I'm not sure what else they've worked on, but it's sad to see someone go so young. I believe they're only in their 30s or 40s, so
Wow.
Yeah,
it's
that's
a shame.
incredibly young.
Yeah.
We got a lot of young people like passing away at the minute.
I
Yeah,
really like to play Cold Slam. That game was really good.
I do
it
I
is
do
really
need to
good.
play it at some point.
But
Yeah,
yeah, Riverboy.
it's a sad day.
30s. If that is true, that's really young. It is always sad when people die. But hey, at least
Yeah.
they're immortalized
They
in their
will live on.
music
Yeah.
Yes,
with Corn the Lamb.
they will
And
live on.
are they doing a sequel with Corn the Lamb?
I have no idea.
In case like maybe they did music for a second game
Yeah.
before they
Or
passed.
possibly just some unreleased
Oh
tracks as
yeah.
well may surface.
Mm.
That'd be nice.
So
Yeah.
now we
Hopefully.
move on to the movie news. We have a
Mhm.
lot. Obviously, this being CinemaCon this week. Starting off with some Spider-Man news from Sony. We got the title and the date for Spider-Man 4, which is Brand New Day, I think it is. Let me double check that.
Yeah.
Which is, I believe, the same title as a comic book run, from, which I believe is set after One More Day, which is one of the most hated comic books ever. So that's kind of interesting. This is being directed
Very interesting
by
choice.
the Shang-Chi director, Destin Daniel Cretton, and releases 31st of July,
Might be good then.
2026.
I forgot about that part.
Which,
I think we covered a few of those details a while
yes,
back,
we
didn't
did
we?
when they came out. Yeah,
Hmm.
I'm excited.
I'll go see it. I'd enjoyed the home trilogy.
Yeah, I think it'll be good. Hopefully.
So excited to see that. But who fucking cares? Because we got Beyond the Spider-Verse news finally. Um, we got some screenshots from the film, which looks amazing. Duh, it's Spider-Verse. Um, yeah, we got some screenshots. When people also saw some scenes where there was Miles fighting Prowler Miles, Miles and Prowler Miles teaming up, and then Miles and Gwen reuniting in what looks to be Hobie's universe, which looks really really cool from that single screenshot.
That will look
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
June 4th of
Like when
June
it's animated.
2027 since releases. People have been crying, but it's like, bro, you can't rush. These people are pushing animation. They said they're doing it again now. Like they push animation twice already, and broke new ground. So
Yeah, it's definitely best if they don't.
it's best if they don't like.
Like the two films that they've released are great.
What were they thinking? Saying like it was
Uh,
coming out the year after Across. Like that was so dumb. I don't know what Sony's going
they
on
they
there.
were not cooking with that, I'll
Like
be
what were they
honest.
Yeah.
smoking? But
They thought they could cook and then they
mm,
forgot.
yeah, I'm really excited for this. I believe the directors did work on Across the Spider-Verse. I think there's only one of them that didn't, or is left. There's only two directors this time. I could double check though.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really excited for Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse. It's my most anticipated movie probably ever. So it's the ultimate finale to the best superhero duology. So
Yeah,
double
that's a
check
fair
this.
statement.
So the one of the directors only worked on Into the Spider-Verse, and the other guy worked on Across. Okay, so we've got kind of like two people from both films, which is nice. I'm just really excited. I just want to see this movie now. It's like
Hmm.
I don't even
Yeah,
want a trailer. Just I'll wait 2 more years and I'll just watch it. Like I don't care.
exactly.
Um,
Yeah.
I believe it comes out the same year as it does, as the Batman 2, Secret Wars, Sonic 4, and Zelda. So it's pretty
Mm.
cool. And How to Train Your Dragon 2, which I don't believe you mentioned, but that
Forgot to
also
list, yeah.
was announced.
Hmm.
Which
This one's not even come out yet.
I mean, I was never gonna watch it anyway, but okay. Wow. Who fucking cares, man? It looks lazy. Yeah. What else do we see from CinemaCon?
Guess we'll see.
John Wick stuff. Um, John Wick 5. What are your guys' thoughts on John Wick 5 being announced?
I don't want it to be a sequel. I want it to be a
No,
prequel.
yeah. I think prequel is probably the best thing for it to happen.
Hmm. I think 4 had a really good ending. It kind of seems just
Yeah.
dumb to undo the ending.
Ruin that, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but I just think they just shouldn't make it. Just leave.
I'm fine with the
Oh,
ballerina and then the Donnie Yen spin-off. I think
Oh
oh
those
yeah,
yeah.
could really start
Pat.
to be interesting.
I thought they were doing those.
I didn't, because the ballerina movie looks sick.
Yeah. I don't mind doing like side stuff. It's just kind of leave John Wick alone. Like
Yeah.
Keanu has said, my knees probably can't take it anymore. So
I
Yeah.
definitely
let him
think
rest.
like they should reference him in the other
Oh yeah.
media. Like
Oh yeah.
definitely allude
I mean,
to
like, he's
how
he's
much
in.
of an important how important he is in the
There's a difference
universe.
between that and then him
Yeah.
showing up. So
Oh yeah, definitely.
Well, no, even then him showing up like Ballerina, he's going to show up. He's part of the plot, but that's because it takes place between
2 and 3, isn't
it's
it? Or is it 3 and 4?
it's either 2 and 3 or
That's
3 and 4.
fair.
I think
I
it's
can double
three and
check when
four.
you're talking. Ballerina. I probably should have googled when is it set, not just Ballerina. When is
Fuck me.
Ballerina set? John Wick 3 and 4. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks interesting. I don't know
Oh
if it
yeah,
will
I'm
be as
definitely
good.
excited to
I
see it.
hope it's like at least maybe on the same level as the first one. I don't think it'll be as good as 4, but
I think
Yeah.
the first one, the fourth one are on pretty similar levels. So
I think
as long as it stays within
yeah,
like the range
as
of
long as it's
like
good.
yeah.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was also an announcement of the John Wick anime, which
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can do John Wick anime. That's better. Like,
Yeah. Not to mention, it can
it's
again like just fill in like gaps between segments. For example, I really want to see the impossible task. I think that's a
that's the
really
one which they
interesting character
referenced in the
play.
first movie, isn't it?
Yep,
I think my opinion is that I kind of want to see that. I like the idea that we don't know what it is. It kind of makes it more interesting to me that we don't know what it
it's
like.
better than a
We
sequel,
just kind
so
of
I'll
see,
take it over that.
we hear
Hmm.
hints about it.
If we get that instead of the like an actual sequel that undoes 4, I will happily take it.
Hmm Was this announced at CinemaCon? Cinema. Trying to find news on this John Wick anime, but it's just like loads of AI generated
I feel like we've
images.
talked about it before.
Yeah, they definitely mentioned doing a John Wick one for a while. Oh, here we go. Prequel anime film. That's what it's called, or what it is.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, prequel's nice to hear.
Reeves and Chad Stahelski are producing. Okay.
That's very nice.
Yeah. I hope it'll be good. I know Chad Stahelski's working on Labyrinth, which comes out today.
Lazarus.
Lazarus, sorry, not Labyrinth. That's the David Bowie film. That comes out today as we're recording this. Which also One Piece came back today, guys. The anime. 6 long months,
Lovely.
and he's back. I don't know if it's on all. Did you check if it was on all 4, Daniel?
I believe it is.
Good.
So
So,
that's where I
or
saw.
Adult Swim in America. So,
Yeah.
Lazarus, which that's cool. There was also here it is. Yeah. The John Wick, the Devil May Cry anime. There we go. Which I've been what actually, but we'll talk about that later. I don't want to talk about that now. What else do we have? Kato vs Acme. You guys know what that movie is, don't you?
No.
No.
No. Um, I don't. So basically, this is a film which was fully made. It's finished, but WB shelved it for a tax write-off. The basic plot is that
Oh yeah.
Coyote has, or Wile E. Coyote, I would say, he gets so fed up of the Acme products not working that he takes Acme to court and sues them. Which I think that's a
Oh.
cool idea. That's a fun idea. It's got Will Forte and John Cena in it, and it was finished, and they shelved it. And it's been, I want to say, last 3 years they've been trying to fight for this movie to get published.
Mm-hmm.
And
That sounds about
finally,
right.
Saviors, I believe they are called Ketchup Entertainment, yes, who also just put out the UFO Looney Tunes movie that just came out, The Day the Earth Blew Up. So they're basically saving Looney Tunes, these people. So thank you, Ketchup Entertainment. We can all go see
Thank
Kato
you.
vs. Acme.
Thank you
I
for
think even if this movie
saving.
isn't as good as people hope, it's still just like glad it came out. Like
Yeah.
at least
Mm.
give it a shot to try. So it's great, and I
Yeah.
think there's a release date. I'm not sure. I don't think so. I think all we know is that it's coming. So that's great.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that is it for movies. Isaac, you have some TV
Yes.
show stuff to discuss with us.
TV show stuff thingy majiggies, yes. So,
I'm not gonna
the
get a drink
next
actually while you're
installment.
talking. Sorry.
Okay. The next installment of the Walking Dead franchise, Walking Dead Dead City Season 2, is coming May 4th. Hooray! I didn't really care for the first season of Dead City, and I don't know what's going to happen in Season 2, because I also don't care. But I do believe that this might be Jeffrey Dean Morgan's last time in The Walking Dead, so I don't know how they're gonna. Don't know what they're gonna do with that. But they're the rumors I've been hearing around and about from all my inside sources. Then The Rookie has been renewed for season 8, which is a show I very much enjoy. I've been watching season 7 at the minute. I believe we're about 3/4 of the way through the season now, and I'm very much enjoying it so far. Definitely not the worst season. I don't know if you heard my brother scream
I
there,
heard
but I
that.
don't know. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there.
Is your
Definitely not
household
the worst
safe?
season. I don't know if he's on fire, but that's honestly fine.
Right.
But yeah, definitely not the worst season. Probably would put it middle of the pack, maybe just above that. There's been some very good episodes. Quite a few new characters, which have been sort of in a few episodes and so on and so forth. But I'm very much enjoying the direction of the show at the minute. So season 8, definitely good.
Okay.
That's all I have to say, really.
Right.
So,
I don't think there is any more TV show stuff outside of.
Yeah, have you got any reviews, Nathan? Because what can I talk about?
Nope.
I guess I can talk about how I started Kaguya-sama after Nathan
Well, that
asking for a long time.
I mean, yeah, because we kind of forgot about our segments.
Yeah. Let's
yeah,
just kind of
don't
screw
worry
it all
about
off.
Nate, have you shown Isaac the list
But
yet?
nah, Nate, that's what I wanted to ask you. The 10 animes list.
Oh yes. So
Because
this we can talk about this episode. That makes sense. In the last episode, Isaac told us about how he wants to get into anime. You've been thinking about it. So me and Daniel came up with a
Well,
list
yeah.
of some animes for him to watch. We got 7 shows, 3 movies, and they're all Ghibli movies
God.
because they're the easiest ones to get into. We cooked. Didn't we, Daniel? We cooked.
Yep, so if you would
Number
like to put a
1,
link to the list for Isaac.
I'll read them out first, and then I'll send them
Right.
after. So number 1 is
Lovely.
One Piece. It's the
Jesus
best thing ever.
Christ,
I
no.
literally said don't put One Piece
No,
on the
okay.
list.
Not
'cause
on
I'm
there,
not
Isaac.
watching
I'm
I
it.
told him. I told him to
Right,
take
good.
it off.
Number 1
Silly
we
guy,
have
right?
is Death Note. This is a thriller
Mhm.
Okay.
cat and mouse show, which is
Yep.
dang,
One
she's
of the
good.
most iconic in
Mhm.
terms of like anime.
I've heard good things. I will probably watch that.
Take a sip of water. My throat is very dry. I've been talking for a lot. Don't realize how much it hurts. Not hurts my throat, but you know what I mean. I gotta
Probably not
lube
the
that
the
shit up.
whole episode.
Yeah.
Anyway, come on, stop
Number
stalling.
2, we have
Okay.
Vinland Saga. I have no enemies. This is our
I
friend
have been meaning to
Harry's
watch this for a
favorite
long
anime.
time. So.
It's more of it's a not shonen, seinen. That's the word. And that's what you like.
Kanan, which one's that again?
That's like more serious kind of. Shonen's for like teenage boys.
Oh yeah,
Seinen's
like
for
grown up.
more grown up, like Berserk.
Shonen's like
Okay,
young kids
okay.
and
Shonen's like
teens.
Naruto, One Piece,
One's like young
JJK.
adult.
I don't like young kids.
Okay.
No, it's in like the target audience.
Audience.
Oh,
Fucking idiot.
right. That
Okay,
makes more
right.
sense.
So yeah, I have no enemies. Like I said, Harry has said that
Mhm.
this is his favorite anime of all time. So
Yeah, and I do hear a lot of good things from it. It was
Mhm.
between that and JJK season 2 in the anime of the year 2023. I want to say, yeah.
Speaking of JJK, JJK's next.
Yep,
It
Jujutsu
is
Kaisen.
a
Staple
very good
animation.
shonen show that's still airing right now.
Yeah.
This also includes the film JJK Zero, which you have to watch
Yeah.
after season 1
Yeah, it
because
goes
it
season
pays
1,
pays.
0, and then season 2.
Incredible animation.
Phenomenal animation.
Music's
Music's really
phenomenal.
good, and the narrative's not half
The
bad at this
narrative's
point.
it's not
It's just an alright narrative at the minute. The final arc is
It's a
quite
pretty
bad, but season
standard,
3 should be good. Season 3 should be good.
shonen story kind of thing. Like
Yeah.
people fight each other, fight the evil.
Mhm.
Then we have solo leveling. Daniel recommend. I've not seen anything on this.
Yeah.
It's like a video game. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. It's mainly just like hype and aura, but like to sum it
Oh
up.
yeah, I've seen like the
But it's
Sejima
still just a really
Aura
fun watch.
farming moments where he
It's
saves
just
women.
a fun, yeah. It's just a fun watch that's easy to get into, and it's still airing. So, and it'll probably have like. So I have read the entire manhwa. I did that throughout this week, and I'm estimating maybe 4 or 5 seasons, probably.
Is it
So yeah,
finished?
not a bad time. The man was finished, yeah.
Alright. Then we have a show which many consider the greatest anime of all time, Attack on Titan. It's kind of Attack on Titan, you know.
Hmm.
I've heard good things about Attack on Titan. So
If you've been anywhere on the internet in the last 10 years,
yeah,
you know of Attack on Titan. We've a kind of a classic anime here that's very good. Cowboy Bebop is my personal favorite animes. I couldn't put my favorite on here because I thought you're probably not gonna like that. Because it's too good for you. But Cowboy Bebop is great. Great
Yeah, I want
characters,
to watch that
great
too.
aesthetic, just kind of vibe show, you know. It was amazing.
okay.
And then we have
Okay.
Cyberpunk Edge Runners, which pretty good. I like it.
That is
Yeah,
something
that's
I
good.
was going to watch. So
That'll probably get you into wanting to play Cyberpunk anyway. It did for me.
yeah.
Yeah,
Obviously I
and
owned
me.
the game
It got
before
me
they
into
did.
my 500-hour addiction,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm still playing.
So,
But yeah,
but good
and if
animation.
there is a DLC coming around, not a bad time to get into it.
Exactly. And then for movies, three Ghibli movies, like I said, we
Go
have
on, Nathan.
obviously Spirited Away, the most iconic Ghibli movie. Kiki's Delivery Service, which is a kind of a more chilled kind of slice of life kind of movie about a witch that wants to start her own delivery service, and it's very very nice, very cute kind of
Mm,
film. And then Princess
very
Mononoke,
interesting.
which is very similar
I've
to
heard that's very
Avatar.
good.
It's amazing.
Oh, okay.
So I think you would like that because it's basically Avatar but better, so much better.
Okay.
So yeah, Death Note,
Which
Vinland
Avatar?
Saga, JJK, Solo Leveling, Attack on Titan, Cowboy Bebop, Cyberpunk, Edge Runners, Kiki's Delivery Service, Spirited Away, and Princess Mononoke. Those are our
Hmm.
recommendations for you. We did put like
Okay.
Demon Slayer on here originally, but that's very baseline, just really nice animation. But we got rid of it.
Nathan put that on, I'll just
Yeah,
say.
yeah.
I couldn't get into Demon Slayer. I can never get past the
I
first
thought
three
because the animation is
episodes.
really nice. I thought maybe you'd like, but
We got JJK for that.
we got
And even
JJK.
then AOT. That's also the final season's also done by Studio Mappa, which is like probably the best quality in the industry. Granted, cost, but
Yeah, granted, cost for people's lives, but
yeah. So I know you found it weird, but it's the same studio which animated Chainsaw Man.
yeah,
So
but you can
you've
animate
probably
different
seen the
stuff.
animation, yeah. Oh yeah, because he found the narrative weird and stuff.
Just
But
not
the
weird.
studio doesn't. No,
Hmm.
the studio doesn't determine the narrative, but the animation quality is what the
Chainsaw
studio
Man
is known
is
for.
fucking peak. Okay, you just don't
Yeah.
understand. You nobody understands just the applications of this
Okay.
cinematic masterpiece that is Chainsaw Man, which it is. It's a banger.
But yes,
It's amazing.
hopefully we'll have started watching these by the next episode.
Yeah.
And
Hmm. I don't
I've offered,
know, but maybe
I've offered to watch Solo Leveling with you, seeing as I do need to
I
rewatch
might.
it.
I don't know. I probably will. But
Mhm.
which it with you? I mean.
I'll send you. I mean, yeah, I made
Well,
the link on. There you are. There you go. Right. Obviously, we don't do segments anymore. Do you guys remember we did segments? That was fun.
Nah, I don't know what you're on
We
about.
had Dan's Deal Live.
Nah, what's that, man? That doesn't
I mean, that
exist. Are you
one.
crazy?
We may as well just do that
I
one
mean,
now
like
for like whenever the Steam
Sons of the
sales.
Forest is on sale for like 60% off right now. Here, that's good. Obviously, the Devil May Cry franchise is on sale for no apparent reason.
The anime. Oh,
And
sorry. There's
yeah,
also a
I'm
PlayStation
joking, you
sale.
idiot.
The Pringle sale. Fuck, spring sale, which ends soon, I
Springle.
think.
You know, the Brazilian drug dealer 3, I opened a portal to oh, what's the rest of the title? I've forgotten it.
What?
I opened a portal to hell in the favela trying to revive Mitaya. I need to close it. It's £2
Is that
at
an
the minute.
anime?
What a banger.
It
No,
sounds like an
that's a
anime.
game on Steam. But no, in all seriousness, one Isaac can definitely recommend is The Long Dark is on sale for 52% off right
Oh,
now.
Damn.
the long dark.
Jesus
Um,
Christ, someone could super compile like all of us doing like that sort of noise.
don't. Please. Don't ever make that.
No, send it. Put it on a CD and send it to Nathan's front
I mean, we
door.
also have PlayStation as a spring sale, like I said. They have RE4 Remake, £17.50. This ends on April 9th, so that's Wednesday
That's
at
cheaper than I got it for.
11 p.m. There's that. Elden Ring is £30, £30. Um, Cyberpunk
Eek.
is £20, and the DLC is £18.74.
Eek. That is a
Um,
really good deal.
Hogwarts Legacy, which I got for a tenner because of PlayStation Stars, is about 16 quid. Silent Hill 2 Remake Deluxe Edition, £45. The Red Dead games, both less than £25 each. Obviously, Red Dead is a little bit cheaper. Daniel's favorite game ever made, Ark Survival Ascended, is £20.
You know what? Honestly, I hate it less and less with each remake that comes out each year.
Helldivers 2, it's £28. Obviously, the Helldivers 2
Good.
podcast recommends that game under no
Mhm.
bias whatsoever by the world government.
Yep. Though I still haven't got my 60 medals. This is. Come on, man. I always get. I
Those are
always get
some
them in
ones that I
second
will
after each
recommend
one.
from this sale. And Xbox, who gives a flying shit? So, yeah.
Definitely Isaac not enough to pull anything up.
Nah, Xbox is chill. Actually, oh wait, no, it would have ended. No, never mind.
Yeah.
There's your Steam and PlayStation sales list. There's probably
And be
some good
honest,
Yeah,
stuff on
that's
Xbox
all
Xbox
has
as
people
the
well,
good
fucking
but
play
stuff.
on here. So, I mean,
Yeah.
and Nintendo, I don't know if they do sales. I mean, they do, but
rarely.
rarely.
Never first party.
I mean, they do put their first party games on sale, just only for
For
like
like
40 quid.
5%.
So, they're pretty much still like full price games, which I mean, sure, they're still
Yeah.
worth it, but yeah.
But I'm not made of money.
So,
Uh,
there's Daniel's, there's the
right.
deal dive. What about
Yeah,
Isaac's
we
indie inspection?
revived.
I've been playing a really fun indie game this week called Multiverses.
It feels like an indie game.
Do not play that game, bro. It is so bad.
What are
It
you
is
going for?
laggy.
Mm-hmm.
It is painful. The achievements do not work. I'm honestly losing my mind trying to get them. But you know me, I'm practically gonna get them all.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say I'm practically in.
We went from Invincible to Pokemon real quick
Yeah,
there.
Exactly.
I mean,
actually,
hey.
But
does he have a?
I'll do the grind. I've got like 2 months to get all of them. I hope. I'll do it. I'll be fine.
Oh, here we go. There's
Anyway,
there's a Warner
so
Bros. Sale
Isaac's
on
funeral
Switch.
will be held next week.
Yeah, there's a Warner Bros. Sale on Nintendo Switch eShop. There we go.
Oh, that's lovely.
That's
Yippee.
Can I buy the achievements?
no, because Switch doesn't have achievements on it. So, which is very weird.
Oh.
Hopefully Switch 2 does have achievements.
Yeah, that'll be really nice.
Why the fuck does the eShop still have Nintendo DS on here? It's even worse. And the wait, what the?
What the hell is even that?
They got like tabs here for Nintendo DS, DSi, Wii U, 3DS XL, 3DS, 2DS, 3DS XL. Wait, because the new Nintendo DSs. But they have nothing on them, so that's kind of wasting space. Anyway, do you know what time it is? It's time for what we've been playing or watching. What we've been playing or watching. Let's start with Isaac because I said so, and let's go in to what you've been watching or playing. It's like jingle. I think.
Shut the fuck up.
Well, I've been up to some various shenanigans this week. Watching. Obviously, I've watched the Minecraft movie, goated film. Watched this week's episode of The Rookie, good episode. And then YouTube, good.
Wow.
What I've been playing, Multiverses.
Sadly.
I've been playing a bit of Split Fiction as well with Nathan. That's going good.
Yeah, we played like.
And then I was
2
playing
hours.
some
I'm very good
Stellaris
online.
earlier. That was
It was
fun.
fucking long enough to play Split Fiction.
Other than that, YouTube. And
You got any good YouTube videos you've seen?
YouTube. Yeah. No. I just watch YouTube.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's very
Very
interesting.
nice.
Alright, it is time for Daniel.
Okay, what have I been up to this week? What have I been up to this week? That's a very interesting question.
I don't know.
Well, from the top of my head, the Minecraft movie, as Isaac mentioned, that was an
Mhm.
enjoyable watch. What else have I done? Honestly, it's a very difficult question all of a sudden. Kaguya-sama Love is War, I've been starting that. It's alright at the minute.
Favorite show?
I'm waiting for the formula to spice up a little bit, but we'll get there probably. What else have I been watching? As I said, I mentioned earlier that I read through the entire manhwa of Solo Leveling, all 199 chapters, which is including the side stories, which I hope they do animate.
Yep.
Um, and then in terms of games, I've been around a little bit. I've reinstalled Elden Ring, been playing that a bit. Still playing Cyberpunk again, per usual. I replay that game God knows how many times. Or different set of mods each time. I think I've got 145 mods on this save, so that's interesting. What other games have I been playing? I did the Minecraft movie event on Bedrock Edition.
I've still not done
Invincible.
my code for that yet, actually.
Yeah, I've
Weirdly.
redeemed the codes and I got all 3 capes for the movie.
Oh, nice.
Spent some random TikTok live stream for like 5 minutes, didn't get a code. Then later that evening, I managed to get one.
Mm-hmm.
It only took 12 hours.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, is there anything else of note that I can remember? Not at the minute, honestly. It's been a very Unreal Engine filled week, and I've been driving myself insane because it keeps breaking.
Okay. Nice.
So yeah,
Um,
Nathan's turn.
it is time for my turn. Playing. I replayed Mario Odyssey just before the direct because I thought it's one of my favorite Switch games. It's a game that means a lot to me, and it's my first game that I ever speedran in like an afternoon. I beat it in like a few hours, and I love Mario Odyssey. One of the best 3D platformers ever made. I then yesterday I played through the entirety of Uncharted Lost Legacy. I beat it in 5 hours. It's meant to be 7 hours, so either people suck or I'm just kind of goated. So I'm just gonna go with that second option though.
Definitely not the second
Um,
option. So unfortunately, people suck.
yeah, I don't like why people took someone playing it, but it was really fun. I originally wasn't going to play the game because the reason I love Uncharted is because of Nathan Drake, and he's not in this game. But I almost missed out on a banger. This game slaps. I highly recommend it if you've obviously played the other Uncharted games and want some like more Uncharted stuff, which is actually reminded me the reason why I played that game is because of Naughty Dog is rumored to be working on a new game by the director of this game that's been in development for 3 years. I
Hmm.
forgot to mention that in the news section.
Oh, clearly not that important since you've
Oops.
got it.
Yeah, it's some pretty cool news though. Yeah, really good. 8 out of 10. Great. And then Mario is like a 10 out of 10. Shows, as I've already said, I've been watching the Devil May Cry anime, which is pretty good. There's like CGI, which looks kind of jarring because I swear there's shots where they change it between 2D and 3D. So, but as someone who's never seen Devil May Cry or play, I mean, pretty fun. And then One Piece came back yesterday. Nice. We get another episode tonight, I'm pretty sure. So it's been 6 months and he's back. Films I have watched A Real Pain, which is really really good. They just put it on Disney Plus, so I highly recommend going to watch it. It's very well written, well acted. Bo Burnham Inside I rewatched, just impressive on every thing on it. A Minecraft movie.
Geek cinema.
Last night I watched. I was very bored, so I just watched Linkin Park live in Texas. It's just like a recording of one of their like live performances. So, and Linkin Park, one of my favorite bands ever. So, pretty fun. Then I watched The Road to Brexit this morning, which is a Matt Berry comedy special thing on Brexit, which is a time of British history we all wish we forgot. And then I watched The Wrong Trousers. I went downstairs and my dad was watching it, so I watched it. But this is a good Wallace and Gromit special. That's the best Wallace and Gromit special. What's your guys' favorite Wallace and Gromit special?
I haven't watched
I've not
them
watched most
in
of them.
years.
Wrong
And
Trousers is the
the last
best one.
ones I did watch
Cheese.
was all
Cheese
long.
Moon.
The Wrong Trousers is obviously the Feathers McGraw one. Who's goaded.
I personally like the end game one.
Speaking of which, actually, well, I mentioned the Linkin Park stuff. I asked a question, which I think I would like to ask on here. Leave your responses, which is I've already asked you guys it. So I mean, you can give your responses as well if you want. Again, which is if you made a music festival, who would be your headliners for the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night showing? Well, not showing, but like performances. So I, for my Friday night, have Billy Talent. For my Saturday, The Cure, and the Sunday, Radiohead. Daniel, what's yours again?
Well, mine, obviously, my opening one, my favourite artist of all time, Ben Schuler. Absolutely love his song. It was either him or Maroon 5, but I just love more Ben Schuler songs. So, my Saturday night, I chose Two Door Cinema Club, band which a lot of us in the group do enjoy listening to,
Bangers.
and I just thought it's an absolute banger, especially for a Saturday.
Mhm.
And then closing night, I chose the one and only Bruno Mars, phenomenal artist, and I think what a way to end it.
Yeah. And Isaac, what was your 3? Your Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
So Friday, we'd open up on Heart.
Mhm.
Great band, absolutely love them. Then Saturday might not be for everyone, but we're going with the entire Stellaris OST.
The entire.
To the
Yeah.
band, well,
So
then to the composer then. What was his
uh,
or her name?
I'm gonna butcher it. Andreas Waldertoft.
Mhm.
I think he's European. And then
Are they a rock band? Heart, sorry.
Heart, yeah.
Is it like 2 women? I just Google them because I have no idea who you're on about.
I think it's 2 women, 2 men. I can't remember.
Nancy? Okay, yeah. So,
But yeah, but yeah, they're very good.
Solaris soundtrack.
And then finally, we're gonna resurrect Freddie Mercury and his crew, and we're gonna have Queen
Rag
on
appearing early,
Sunday
bro.
night.
Mhm.
That is gonna go hard as hell.
I mean, yeah, Queen is how you end something. Bringing back people from the dead is one thing.
Mama!
But
Quite the
For
spectacle.
That's a good question.
For one final show.
Is it?
I'm curious who you
What
see
would you guys name
anyone,
your
anyone.
festival?
Super Sigma Festival.
Thank you.
Steve's Lather Chicken.
Yeah, nice. I just realized that Isaac. Do you remember when it was the very first few episodes when you used to say goodbye, my Sigmas?
Goodbye, I'll say it today for nostalgia.
Oh yeah.
Are we done?
They're gonna
I
like
don't know.
theorize with like ending the podcast
Sorry,
now or something.
Mum came in.
We brought back segments. We
yeah.
brought back Isaac's phrase, bro. They're gonna be skeptical.
Well, actually, we have. Oh god, we're only less than 20 weeks now until our 1 year anniversary, so that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
We got to do something a bit cool for that, but we got a few weeks
Oh, I
to
have an
plan for
idea.
that.
I have an idea.
Yeah, I guess leave
I'll
yours
discuss it
in
after
the
episode, but
description, the comments. Sorry. Yeah. Nothing else. Just
I think we're done.
stay safe. Don't
Yeah.
die.
Yep.
And if you feel
Goodbye,
lonely,
Sigmas.
talk to your friends.
Exactly. And if you don't have friends,
then talk to your family.
message Nathan on Discord.
Then just not talk about. Yeah. Then write something in the comments.
Find a community that you can enjoy that isn't toxic. Anything but the art community.
Yeah, don't.
Anything but the
I don't know
art
why you want
community.
to run that anyway. So even if you were feeling lonely,
The dinosaurs are a trap.
so I'm just looking at some of Harry's response to my question. But yeah, if you had a musical festival, who would be your Friday, Saturday, Sunday opening headliners? That's the question, and that's it.
Right.
Sorry. Goodbye, everyone. See you next
Adios.
week.
Goodbye, Sigmas.